Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you again so much for our time together. Don't forget, we still continue the Women's Conference all day today and all day tomorrow. But right now, let's get back into the book of 1 Kings, chapter 11. The scripture says, King Solomon, however, loved, notice the word, loved many foreign women besides Pharaoh's daughter, Moabites, Ammonites, Edomites, Sidonians, and Hittites. They were from nations about which the Lord had told the Israelites, you must not intermarry with them, because they will surely turn your hearts after their gods. Nevertheless, Solomon held fast to them in love. He had 700 wives of royal birth and 300 concubines, and his wives led him astray. As he grew old, his wives turned his heart after other gods, and his heart was not fully devoted to the Lord his God. Now, brothers and sisters, I want you to notice several truths out of this passage. Love does not make it right. I talk with young men who want to marry other young men, or young women who want to marry other young women, and they say that there's nothing wrong with homosexuality because it's about love, and God is love. And I say love doesn't make it right. I talk about men who have a wife and children, and he has a number 2 and he has a number 3, and he said, but Pastor, I love them, and love makes it right. No, I tell them the same thing I tell the others. Love does not make it right. Now I want you to notice, Solomon loved them. Solomon held fast to them in love. But God said, number 1, it's wrong, and number 2, God said, if you do it, this is the end of the road. This is what's going to happen in your life. I've told you not to do this for a reason. If you do it, I'm telling you, this is the future. This is the end of the journey. They're going to lead your heart away from me. Now, Solomon did not believe him, and for many years of his life, he held fast to God. But as he grew old, his heart turned away. Just like God said, those women will take your heart away from me. God told them that. Now, many times God tells us not to do things. And you need to understand that God never says not to do something because he's being selfish or he's being arbitrary or capricious or because he doesn't want what's best for us. When God says not to do something, it's because he understands there's an end to the journey. And if you do these things, and you take that path, this is how you're going to end up. And he says, I don't want you to end up like that. Now, brothers and sisters, number 1, love doesn't make it right. Number 2, when God says not to do something, it doesn't matter how you feel, you don't do it. Number 3, because if you do it, God says, this is the end of the journey. And I promise you, he's always right.